Well, well, well. BTC had a nuke, the biggest liquidation event ever, and the people who said they were going to buy up here and wanted to buy up here are not willing to buy when it's pulled back, and they wonder why other people make profits. It's kind of mad, isn't it? Don't get me wrong, don't go all in, and make sure you've got your stop losses on or you're going to get cooked, but usually Bitcoin does follow gold, and if it's going to follow gold, gold has done mad things. Now I was actually looking at silver today because it is in part of my portfolio. Because silver, I didn't get enough of. Don't get me wrong, I was DCAing, I was being smart. But I'm thinking about opening up another position and having a stop loss on it. Not yet though, because my strategy tells me that I don't buy when the indicators are overbought. Now this could be overbought for a long time like it has been here. So all I'll wait for is a juicy correction, maybe even to 42, even 41. I'll get in with a stop loss at break even or even just below, just in case I've bought it at the top, so then I get my cash back. Because the only thing I want to do with my cash in this portfolio, which I did claim from taking Novo Nordisk profits, because remember I doubled down on that position, so I did make I think a 20% and a 10% move, which puts me at 23% this year, because I like taking profits along the way because I don't know how overextended this cycle is. Lululemon's slowly recovering. Novo is up. Silver's up. But my biggest position should have been silver, because I believe in that the most. Pepsi's doing okay, but that is my position at the moment. And we are down on the day. But overall, I feel like I'm getting better at this game. Obviously, I'm in a bull market, so it is going to be easier. But let's see moving forward. Now, if we go over to my group chat, I did mess up with Asta, I'm going to be honest. But I seen it at 55 cents, then 86 cents, so I wouldn't have made a load of money, and I probably wouldn't have put a lot into it anyway. Plus, the indicators are telling me that it is overbought, so I am going to get a chance to get into this at points when other people don't want to get into it. So if it's fundamentally a sound project and people aren't just trading it like a meme coin, which I believe they are, which is gambling, especially without a stop loss, then I'll have opportunities in the future. Who cares, bruh? It's opportunities on a daily basis. I do not care, but I will not trade leverage and buy into it, because they can take everything away from you. This guy's down minus 28 bags, bro. Plus time is the worst form of capitulation, but we know that already. Heading into fear slash neutral. The liquidations are still long on the 30-day, but on the 7-day they've been cleared out. So I did enter long positions in Casper, Ethereum and Bitcoin. I think at 12,400 Bitcoin, 112,400 now. Inflation is rising now. This is why I always tell you to take profits, because if this market takes a turn for the worst and they actually halt or hike rates or even start increasing them rather than lowering them, then we may be cooked, because inflation's rising, bruh. Also, Ethereum funding rates flipping negative. That's usually a bullish sign. I still think 3,800 is the base case, but everybody is kind of looking for that, so that might not happen. But the top isn't going to be in when the timeline is filled with hardest cycle ever, just survive, there is no more 4-year cycle. But at the same time, Bitcoin has had the maddest run ever, and so have stocks, because the S&P, look at this Ethereum chart, it doesn't look good. And like I said, the S&P is popping off. This is the last dump before the next last dump. That's what they always say, bruh. Bitcoin at support here, building another long trade down to 107k if we get it. Yeah, me too. I think I'll add if it goes lower. It'll still be quite a risky trade for me, because I am in a bit bigger here. But the US lawmakers ask SEC to implement President Trump's executive order opening the $12.5 trillion 401k retirement market to crypto. It's never going to be easier, bruh. They literally want to pump our bags. Stocks literally go up. This is so easy. We are all going to retire. That's how you know he's getting wrecked, bro. That account he's going to end up with zero. I'm telling you. The dollar will go to zero. That's why everyone's assets are going up. But you can literally go from a $0 portfolio to 7-figure port within 2 to 3 days. But it's incomprehensibly difficult. But it is possible. I know what he means, because people have done that with Asta, which is actually a madness. Props to them, but it is very risky. There's a difference between panic selling and taking profit. Taking profit is slowly scaling out into small increments. Panic selling is dumping the entire bag out of fear when the market starts to pull back / correct. Taking profit over panic selling. Fact, man. I can't wait for the bear market to begin, because shorting you'll make loads of money, bruh. Fact. Hype is loading the lunar pattern. Imagine that, bruh. Hype may be the best short in the market once we do get that dump. 7.7 trillion is sitting in market. That's mad. Google updated Google Finance to include cryptos. Google's doing its thing, bruh. Kinda regret selling it, but we've seen that fractal yesterday that I did show you that shows it may be heading downwards. This is how they get you. I'm sick of waiting for alt season 2. About fed up being patient. Nooble me would have clocked out. This is how they get you. This is why so few will catch this. It's going to happen when you've lost nearly all interest. Continue to stay locked in at all cost. That's all I'm doing, bruh. I'm just having some exposure just in case this thing pops. But the current situation is a madness. Stocks are rising, oil prices are falling, gold is rising, Bitcoin is falling, home prices are rising, treasury yields are rising. The market is entering a new era of monetary policy, so we don't know what's going to happen next, so always take profits. And I'm actually going to pop on some stop losses, because I haven't done that yet.